right now. All right. So this is the beginning of the recording. Um, and pretty much, I just want everyone to have the opportunity to, just to get the chance of understanding what is leverage. All right. So just give me a few seconds. How's everybody feeling though? Everybody's good? If you're feeling good, you're feeling great, you're feeling excited, can y'all just please drop a 1 in the comment box real fast so I just know that everybody's good, everybody's alive, and everybody's well. Only Blanca. Blanca's alive. All right, everybody. How's everybody else doing? If you guys could just simply drop a 1, so I just know everyone is is paying attention, and I can just get started. All right. All right, that's good. That's good. All right. So once again, my name is David. One of the topics I wanted to cover today is leverage. What is leverage and how we're able to take leverage and use it for our own leverage, right? Quote unquote. And one thing I realized is that a lot of people get caught up when it comes to leverage and when it comes to risk management. I'm going to talk a little bit about risk management, but my main focus is going to be, I'm going to be covering, the leverage and the fundamentals of leverage, right? So let's just say, for example, you walk inside. Yeah, let's say you walk inside a bank, right? You walk inside a bank, and you pretty much ask the teller, hey, I actually want to take out a credit card. I believe that my credit score is good enough for me to take out, a credit card that could max out about $10,000, right? So depending on their credit score, you're able to get more money. But if you have a really bad credit score, you're going to get less money, right? So I want you guys to think about the bank being your broker. You're walking into the broker, or you signing up with a broker online, and you letting the broker know, hey, listen, I want you to give me a certain type of leverage where I'm able to max out how much I'm able to make in the foreign exchange market or the cryptocurrency or the stocks exchange, right? So depending on the broker, which is depending on the bank, you're able to take out a leverage of 1 to 100, actually 1 to 30 first. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. So it's 1 to 30, 1 to 50, 1 to 100, 1 to 200, 1 to 400, 1 to 500, and 1 to 1,000, right? So let's say all of us went to the same bank, right? The name of the bank is JAFX, right? So we all had the same bank in our cities, in our states, and pretty much this bank is nationwide, right? Not nationwide is on your side, but nationwide, JAFX, right? And so we enter into JAFX, bank, and one of the tellers tell us that, hey, listen, I have this awesome credit card that's able to max out for every dollar that you put into our bank, we're gonna give you $500 back for you to, shop, or purchase a vehicle, pay your house mortgage, or put a down payment on a house or even an apartment. All right. So JAFX, which is our quote unquote bank, right, is allowing us to have $500 per every dollar we place in our checking account, right? So as a retailer, we're thinking, oh wow, this is amazing. So you're able to tell me that I'm able to have $500 worth of money for every dollar that I bring in to the bank. And JAFX is telling you, yes, absolutely. You're able to receive $500 for every dollar that you have, all right? So let's just say, let's say you're working 2-3 jobs and you're just living paycheck to paycheck, right? Or let's just say you just don't have the funds to create a savings account or to put money into your checking account. So let's just say you have about $50 in your checking account, right? So by placing $50 in the JAFX checking account, the JAFX is actually going to multiply by 500, right? So if you have $50 in your checking account and JFFX is multiplying by 500, technically you have $2,500 to play, shop, rent, pay mortgage, or anything that you like to do, right? So the way leverage is the bank is trying to give you more than what you bargain with, right? So without the bank, if you didn't have no bank, right? If you didn't have no bank to sign up with, to connect with, when you're going shopping, you're literally spending dollar per dollar, right? So if you wanted to buy a TV and you don't have a credit card, or if you don't have a bank where the bank is giving you leverage and the TV costs $1,000 and you only have $50 in your account, you're unable to make that purchase of the $1,000 television. The reason for that is because you only have $50, right? So for you to purchase the TV, you would need $1,000, which is 200 times what you have. Which is 20 times what you have now, right? So because you don't have that type of money, what's gonna happen? You're unable to purchase the TV, and I apologize. $500 per $50 is $25,000. I apologize. I missed a zero. I was just looking at 2 zeros here, and the 1 zero, that's 3 zeros, and 5 times 5 is 25, right? So if someone's not partnering up with a bank, they are unable to make these big purchases when they go out, shopping, or if they have to pay for mortgage or anything of that nature. But because there are banks out there, which is also known as a broker, the broker is going to allow you to make purchases where you're unable to make purchases by yourself. And that's the power of leverage, right? So every single day, throughout our lives, one thing that we do that we don't realize is that we take leverage off of others, right? Off of our families, off of our friends, or anything of that nature. One example that you're able to use leverage in real life is when you, like, let's say for example, you wanted to make a purchase for a vehicle, right? So you go to a dealership and the dealership is asking for you to pay $20,000 for this particular vehicle. But because you know a friend that knows someone that works there, or you know a friend that has a family member that works at the dealership, you ask your friend to actually go to the dealership on your behalf. And because that friend went to the dealership on your behalf, instead of paying full price for the vehicle, you end up paying $15,000 or $5,000 less, or even $12,000 for the vehicle, because that's a family member, right? So in all, what you're actually doing is you're actually leveraging your friend to make that purchase for you. So without that friend to be there to make the purchase of $12,000 for a vehicle, you would have been paying full price for the vehicle at hand, right? So every day, believe it or not, we leverage off of somebody else. So for those that are working, for those that have a 9 to 5, the CEO of your company is technically leveraging you for himself or herself, right? The way they are leveraging you, they are leveraging your time for money. So by you coming in working 40 hours, they don't have to come in working 40 hours. So if I was a CEO of a company and I have 100 people working for me for 40 hours a week, technically I just leveraged 4,000 hours of work in that 1 week. But I personally didn't work that 4,000 hours of work. I only work about, let's say, 10 to 15 hours a week. But because I'm the CEO of the company and I'm leveraging you for time for money, because you're coming in to make money, but I want you to come in to work for me, which is your time. That's how the CEO is leveraging you. And that's how, believe it or not, we're being leveraged, and others, and we're leveraging on others every single day. Give me a second. All right. So every single day we're being leveraged, right? So if we're being leveraged and we're leveraging other people, so why not take the opportunity to leverage the foreign exchange market and to leverage the brokers that we partner up with, right? So JAFX, let's go back to the bank, right? JAFX is allowing us to leverage every dollar that we bring into the broker, and they're gonna give us $500 per every dollar that we bring into the broker, right? So this is how leverage works when it comes to entering into a trade, and when it comes to understanding the maximum capacity of how much lots you're able to put per trade. All right. All right. So back in the day, for anyone to enter into the foreign exchange market, they need a minimum of $100,000. Right. So for someone to even make about $1, or $2 or $3, they needed about a minimum of $100,000 just to play around with, right? The reason for that is because back then they didn't have the leverage that we have right now. But because of the publicity that the foreign exchange market was receiving to the public, more brokers came out and more brokers decided to to bump up the leverage so more individuals could trade with their broker specifically, right? So because of that, now we have brokers that are giving us a leverage of 1 to 100, 1 to 200, 1 to 400, 1 to 500, and even 1 to 1,000, right? So even though you still have a leverage off of the broker that you're using, you still need a minimum of $100,000 of quote unquote player money for you to get into the market, right? On a standard lot. All right. So before I continue to talk about leverage, I just wanted to break down how the standard lot works, right? So for those that are trading at a 0.01, right? This is known as a what is that? Macro? I believe it's macro. Yes. This is also known as a macro lot. All right, give me a second, guys. All right. So this is also known as a macro lot, right? So a macro lot is 0.01 of a standard, right? 0.01 of a standard. Micro, I believe micro is 0.1. All right, if I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe that macro is 0.01 and micro. All right. Give me 1 second. Let's just double check for all of us. It's micro mini, I believe. Okay. It's mini. It's mini. There we go. Mini. It's micro, mini, then standard. All right. That's perfectly fine. All right. Micro. All right. And so that's mini. That's perfectly fine. All right. So 0.01 is a micro lot. And what a micro lot is you're actually investing 10 cents per pip when entering into the market. All right. So that's a micro lot. All right. And when you place a mini lot, you're actually investing $1 per pip when entering into a trade. When entering into the market, I guess you could say. All right. And when you're playing with a standard, you're investing $10 per pip when entering to the market. Does everybody follow? Yeah. Oh, all right, Manny. Manny's a funny one. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I definitely want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. It's just a small, small mistake. I totally forgot, but that's okay. All right. So with a micro lot, you're investing 10 cents. With a mini lot, you're investing $1. And with a standard, you're investing $10 per pip when entering to a trade. So how do you know how much can you place depending on how much do you have in your account, right? Oh, this is Sean. I'm using the business account. What's up, Sean? Welcome on board, Sean. Welcome on board. All right. So how do you know how much can you actually place into a trade depending on how much do you have in your account? That's the question of the night. All right. So let's go back up. Let's scroll up a little bit, right? JFFX is quote unquote our bank. Our bank is allowing us to have $500 per pip for every dollar we place in our checking account, right? So if we were to have $200, or let's just say we were to have $100 in our landing or trading account, actually, and we multiply 100 by $500 because it's $500 per pip. I mean, $500 per dollar value. We were to have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. $50,000, right? Of playing money. So just to let you know, this is not money that you can actually take out. All right, this is playing money to the point where you're actually you're able to trade with this playing money. You cannot take out this money. This is not your money. This is the broker allowing you to have money so you can enter into the market, right? So, like I said previously, in the past, you needed a minimum of $100,000 to enter into a trade on a standard lot. But because you have $50,000 of playing money, right? The most that you can place with $100 account is how much? If we were to divide 100,000 by 50,000, how much do we have left? Anybody? Oh yes. Not subtract, but divide. Maybe I should put where's the division? I think this is division. Yeah, there we go. Right? So if
It's 20,000 or 2,000? 20,000 or 2,000?
two, because 50,000 times 2 equals 100,000. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Okay. So back in the day, you needed a minimum of 100,000 to enter to trade on a standard lot, right? So you have $100 into your account. JAFX is giving us $500 per every dollar that we have in our account, right? So if we were to have $100, we multiply 100 times 500, and we get $50,000 of playing money. So because we needed 100,000 to enter to get a standard lot, and we only have $50,000 of playing money, so we divided 100,000 into 50,000 to give us 2, right? So you guys are probably asking, Oh, what does two mean? You know, two is the number. If you was to put a decimal point in front of it, because you only have $100 of playing money, the most that you could place into a trade is a point two, which is also $2 per trade. Okay? Is anybody confused so far?
Yep.
Everybody's good?
Good.
Okay. All right. I got a comment. Give me a second. All right. So there's other brokers like JAFX, right? Um, JFFX. I mean Traders Way, right? Traders Way. They allow to have leverage of 1 to 1,000, right? So if you have a leverage of 1 to 1,000, right? For those that are using Traders Way, let's go to Traders Way real quick, right? Which is another bank, and that bank is giving you the leverage of 1 to 1,000, right? And you have the same $100 in your account, right? So if you have $100 in your account and you have a leverage of 1 to 1,000, so technically you have $1,000 worth of playing money that you can use to enter into the market. Right? So if you divide 100,000 divided by 100,000, what do you get? You get 1. So that means that with $100, you're able to place a standard, right? Which I highly wouldn't recommend, but because you only have a small amount of money, with $100, this is, one thing that you would really want to do is you would really want to understand how to save your money so you could trade for another day. It's not about, flipping the $100 to $1,000 into one trade, but it's actually living to see another day so that you're able to trade for another day, right? So if you have $100 and you're using it on Traders Way is going to give you 1 to 1,000, right? And so with 1 to 1,000, you technically have $100,000 worth of playing money, so you're able to put a standard. When it comes to JFFX, it's 1 to 500, and you have 1 to 500, and you multiply 100 by 500, which gives you $50,000, right? So you divide 100 by $50,000, which gives you 2. So you can only put $2 per trade. While for this one, you're able to put a standard per trade. Does everybody follow so far? I believe that I have less than 1 minute. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm actually gonna create a new link right now. I realized I wasn't using the business link, Zoom call link. So I'm actually gonna send it back so you guys could just get on. All right?
All right.
All right. Thank you guys. I'm gonna send you the link right now.